And hello again, wrestling fans, and welcome to another week of Anarchy. We are underway for our opening contest. Of course, joined up here in the broadcast booth with Brett Wolverton. We've got a great match. Brandon Parker taking on Kevin Blue. Now, we know a lot about Brandon Parker. I'm not sure if you know any information in regards to Kevin Blue.
Well, what I know about Kevin Blue came in the introductions. He's from Lapeer, Michigan, 195 pounds, making his first appearance here at Anarchy this week. And what a test, the Sin City Saint, Brandon Parker.
Yeah, and of course, it didn't tip any of the fans off watching at home. Now, his last name is Blue and the tights are blue, because I would imagine if his last name was Burgundy, perhaps maybe we'd see that represented in the tights.
Well, that is possible.
Well, Brandon Parker's really been on quite a tear, as you would probably agree, in Anarchy as of late, the past couple weeks and months on television. And you know, what a great way to open up the program than having this. And he's on a mission. He knows that a lot of people checking out right off the bat at Anarchy to make a big statement as we head, of course, into the summertime and our big time tradition that we have as well, too, hostile environment coming up.
You know, we just came off of Hardcore Hell 2013, which, by the way, DVDs are available now for
Absolutely.
For Hardcore Hell 2013. But yes, Hostile Environment coming up later this summer, and all of the superstars in the weeks leading up to it are going to be trying to get noticed, trying to get those big, important matches for Hostile Environment.
Yeah, you know, and you touched on the DVD about Hardcore Hell. You know, every DVD that Anarchy has released has been great, but I have to say, I don't know, for some reason it feels just a little bit extra special with this one. The DVD is amazing. If you haven't had a chance to really check it out, I encourage you to do so. If you don't know any in your collection, that is the one I would definitely recommend that you get.
Yeah, that tremendous War Games match between Team Elite and Team Anarchy, changing the face of Anarchy forever. And, you know, since then, the Elite, you know, slowly starting to break apart. This new edict by Franklin Dove, where the factions, if you will, need to be reduced amount of men. Because think, at the prime, the Elite had close to a dozen members in it.
Yeah, and absolutely, and that you know, Hardcore Hell certainly will probably be the catalyst to show you where things pretty much are at right now in Anarchy. And where things are at right now is at the end of the vicious leg there from Brandon Parker, and Kevin Blue might be out of it already. He might be singing the blues if he's not too careful. Only a count of two, though. But you have to wonder what's really left for Kevin Blue at the moment, as it seems to be pretty much Brandon Parker in this matchup.
Well, not the showing, I'm sure, that Kevin Blue wanted in his initial Anarchy appearance so far. Struggling to gain any offense against the Sin City Saint.
Just raking that eye is the bottom of the boot there of Brandon Parker. And you know, Brandon Parker has a little bit of an advantage. You know, he's been competing in Anarchy for a while. It's kind of like his house, at least his territory, compared to at least Kevin Blue. You know, Kevin Blue's got a lot of that energy coming in. You know, hasn't really been in the arena before, hasn't competed. There's a lot more really riding on Kevin Blue's shoulders, so it seems to really benefit Brandon Parker at the moment. But as you can see, Kevin Blue trying to really fight back out of the corner. Oh, good grief from Brandon Parker, and a double stop as well, too. Man, Kevin Blue just continues to get the onslaught from the offense there of Brandon Parker. But as we've seen before, he may have wasted too much time going in for that cover. He got a 2, but perhaps maybe not the showboat. He could have earned him a 3.
Exactly. He needs to stay on his opponent, not give Kevin Blue time to breathe, regain some momentum, giving him time to think, possibly strategize. Of course, now when you're locked in a sleeper hold type move like that, it's going to make it difficult to think of anything other than trying to catch your breath.
Yeah, absolutely. And Brandon Parker's got him in the center of the ring, which is also an advantage, and he's certainly got the weight advantage on him too, as he's putting all that body weight straight down on Kevin Blue. And this really is a bad position for Kevin, because he's trying to get out of it, and it makes it really hard to counter. He's doing everything he can, trying to grab. There's no hair really to grab, and at least on Brandon Parker. But he's up to one knee and now up to his legs. Driving that elbow straight into the midsection. That will break the hold. The question is, how does he follow up? Oh, good grief. Brandon Parker did the following up, and it might have been over right then.
Yeah, I don't know what was in the mindset of Kevin Blue to be able to kick out like that. Still has a little bit of energy left in him, but I have to imagine that took the wind out of him even more so than having that sleeper hold applied just moments ago.
It has pretty much been Brandon Parker this whole entire matchup, and we've got a lot of great things in store for you this hour, including that big street fight that we've been talking about for a while now. We've got Bo Newsom taking on Todd Sexton. So many implications in that, and I mean, and you know as well as anybody how violent those street fights can get.
Indeed, and I know you're going to be more focused this week in our main event because Miss Rachel is banned from the building.
Yes, I'll try to keep my eyes back in my head. Oh, Kevin Blue being able to get some offense in here. And he's getting these fans here. Cornell in there as well, too. Putting together those 1, 2, 3 offensive moves. Goes right back for it again. swinging neck breaker. Almost was able to hold on and go immediately into a pin. That could have cost him perhaps a precious second there, but either way, the tide has seemed to have been turned here in this opening contest.
Again, talking strategy. Blue needs to stay on Parker as he's in the corner. Blue charges in.
Ooh.
Parker sidesteps.
Kevin Blue catching Brandon Parker going into the corner. Meanwhile, up on the top, met at the end of a vicious offense there from Brandon Parker. And what are we going to see here? Interestingly enough, shoots him back off into the corner, met with a big-time boot.
Up into the fireman's carry. Down into the slam. Kevin Blue goes to the cover. 1, 2, and 3. He got it.
The winner of the match, Kevin Blue.